Hello and welcome to Airgun Ace. I am Tanner, once again joined by my good friend Brad. Brad, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I am doing pretty good. You can normally find Brad at Backfire, the YouTube channel. And so Brad, I'm glad that you're here today helping me with all of these reviews that we're doing for these air guns. Brad, if I remember correctly, you said you grew up on this air gun.
Pretty much. So, nothing fancy, but I can say I probably killed a few birds with it.
Yeah, this is also the air gun that my little brother started out on. I started out on a Ruger, but yeah, this is a fair bit of machinery that I enjoy shooting and that works well, and that I've seen my little brother enjoy shooting, and so I may come into this review a little biased, but I think this is a good gun. This is a really good air gun that a lot of younger people can start out on.
Yeah, and it's so versatile too because you can shoot BBs or pellets with it. And so, you know, as far as ease, obviously as a kid, you like dumping the BBs in there, you load it, you pump it up, and you can shoot. You know,
yeah.
It's enjoyable to shoot. It's, again, nothing fancy, just your cheap basic model, plastic stock, plastic pump, but it gets the job done, and it does have an adjustable rear sight, and then you do have on the front sight, you have your fiber optic, which this one, it's a little big, so it's a little tougher to be super accurate with, but again, you can't expect much for just a starter basic gun.
Yeah, I agree. This gun, of course, you know, screams to me that it's intended for children to start out on, and that's a good thing, right? You don't really want to dump a whole lot of money into something that you're only going to use for, you know, a few years at most. But
yeah, and it is definitely built for your smaller kids, younger children, because I mean it's got such a short stock on it, short barrel, everything. It's just meant to be a starter rifle.
Yeah. Brad, you mentioned that this gun can shoot both BBs and lead pellets, which it can. This gun has a reservoir that you can access. It's not easy to see from the camera angle because it's on this side, but it can hold several hundred BBs, so you fill up once and you forget about it pretty much. It does have a magazine that you use for pellets, which means that if you lose your magazine like we did, it's difficult to load your pellets in, but not impossible. We've done it plenty.
Yeah, I mean, overall, like pumping on this, it's fairly easy. Maybe a little tougher for a really young child.
Yeah, I gave my little sister a gun very similar to this, and asked her to pump it just to see how she could do it. She was 12 years old, and she could go to about pump 5, but after that, it was she was having a lot of difficulty with it.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have a great trigger, but again, you can't expect to have a great trigger on such a cheap rifle.
Yeah.
But just, it's very light, easy to handle. They will enjoy that, your child will. And again, it's just for a starter intro rifle. It's one of the better ones you can go with.
Yeah. As always, I do go into more detail on airgunace.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day. Goodbye.